These are the best settings in Chapter 4 Season 3. If you feel like your settings are too slow or too fast, or you just don't like them, then you clicked on the right video. With these settings, you'll be peace controlling, winning, and dropping high kill games in no time. With these being my best settings, I'm going to be running through everything you need to know and giving an in-depth explanation. You just have to make sure you drop a like on this video and click the link in my description and follow my Twitter. Now, these are the best settings for PC and console, so I'll have timestamps right here on the screen. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So right here we are in Fortnite, so let's take a look at my settings. If you are on PC, you want to play on Windows full screen because it gives you the least amount of input delay possible. You want to make sure you're on 1920 by 1080 and you have VSync off because VSync gives you a lot of input delay, like it's not even funny. Now, if you have screen tearing, you can turn it on, but trust me, it's not that bad. You want to make sure that your frame rate matches the frame rate of your monitor. Now, I do have a 60 Hz monitor, but I'm playing on 240 FPS. So basically, out of 240 of those frames, I only see 60. I think that's how it works. So I feel and I play smooth, but it's not like I don't get the most out of it. Like I don't see those full 240 FPS, if that makes sense. Now, for your rendering mode, you do want to make sure you're on performance so that way you get the most amount of FPS possible and you have the least amount of input delay. And trust me, performance mode makes a lot difference than if you was on DirectX 11 or 12. I have my brightness on 150 just because it looks better and because when I'm recording, it makes the game look a whole lot better. And trust me, if you have your brightness on 150 and your Tritanope 10, like you can see in the storm so much easier. Like it's a big difference. Now, for 3D resolution, I do have it on 100, but if your PC isn't as good as mine, then you could turn it down a little bit. I don't recommend going past 90, but yeah, I have it on 100. I don't really know what this does, but I have it off. So I view this as texture. I do have them on epic and high because just for content and recording purposes, it looks better, but I know most people have them on low. Now, I do have my show FPS off, but I'm gonna turn it on and we're gonna go in creative and see how much FPS I get. Now, if I turn my FPS on unlimited and I look straight up, hold on, let me turn my HUD scale up a little bit. I look straight up, I get about 350 to 400. Now, I have all this stuff set to off, but I have preferred item slots on. Now, if you're on controller, you do want to have your shotgun in the first slot because that's the weapon you're going to be switching to the most. After your shotgun, you do want to have your SMG so you can switch right after you shoot. Now, I do have my AR in the third slot. I know some people that have it in the fifth slot. I don't know why, but I prefer mine in the third slot, and I have my other two heals set to the last two. Now, auto store consumables to right, I have that off because, of course, the preferred weapon slots. Now, if you was to have reset building choice off, the last item that you built will still be there and will still be ready for you to place. Now, I have it turned off, so let's say if I build a cone and I switch back to my pickaxe or my gun, and I try to build again, it's gonna have my cone already there. So if I have it turned on, it will always pull out your first build slot, which is always gonna be your wall. So I can place the wall, switch to my gun or my pickaxe and switch back and my wall will still be there. So I just prefer to play with it on. It's really up to you. Now, disable pre-edit option, you wanna have this turned off because it gives you less input delay and it makes your builds and your free builds feel so much more smooth. And I have, of course, turbo build is always on. Now, you can't turn on confirm edit on release or put on reset edit on release, or you could just have it on both. But I prefer confirm edit on release because I don't know, I don't like confirm reset on release. Like I don't like that, I don't know. And you do need to have replaced off because again, it gives you less input delay. Don't have none of these on. Of course, have your reticle on. I have off the reticle indicator, have on the damage numbers as a list. You can have it like as Now, I do have my damage numbers a little high. That's just how I like it. Now, like I said, if you was to turn all of these off, you would feel like, no, it would feel like less input delay. I promise you should try it. It'll feel like it's less input delay. But some of these you just actually need. Like some of these you need to have them turned on if you're playing an actual game, like your mini map or resource. All right, moving on to the keyboard options. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. Now, as you can see, I don't play keyboard and mouse, but I have all these set to 100. That is because these settings, these sensitivity settings, have a lot to do with your controller setting. Now, I've known about this secret for a while, and honestly, it makes the biggest difference. Like, if you turn all these down to 0, you'll notice like a difference in your controller sensitivity. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about these settings. Now, getting into what you all came here for, the controller settings. I am going to be giving you a really big tip, so make sure you pay attention and listen closely. Now, before we get into this, I want to say me and Vico just dropped a 1v1 map with 0 input delay. It's good for hitting clips, free building, or even just 1v1ing your friends. Now, if you tag me or Vico in some of your best clips on Twitter and TikTok, you can win a free $100. And hold on, even if you're not good at hitting clips, if you send us a clip of you getting absolutely shit on, you win a free $5. Go check out the map right now. The code will be in the description. Now, getting into the controller settings. Now, of course, I have auto run and builder pro immediately turned on. Now, I do have my edit hold time and my slide hold time turned all the way down. I know some people like to have the slide hold time up just a little bit, but I prefer mine all the way down. Now, vibration. You do want to have vibration turned off because it can throw off your aim by just a little bit, but that little bit could make the biggest difference. Now, if you still play with advanced options off, you need to get your head in the game, okay? It's not the wave anymore. Now, some of you do need to have them turned off because there's actually a hidden secret with these two right here. Your look sensitivity and your aim sensitivity actually influence your advanced options when you have them turned on. So right now I have advanced options turned on, right? And I'm gonna start free building. Right, this right here feels like normal to me, okay? Like this is enough. Now, if I was to go back to my settings and turn off advanced options, and let's say I turn these up to 7, right? 7 is fast, okay? Let's turn it up to 7, and now I start free building. Like, it looks, yeah, the sensitivity is like a lot different. Now, I definitely noticed a difference. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera, but let's say if I turn these all the way up to 10. I have them set to 10, okay? So yeah, there's definitely a difference. It feels a lot more like flicky, and not necessarily stuttery, but like definitely flicky, not smooth. I tell you, not smooth. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep those set to 5 for now. Now, one thing that most people actually don't know is that you're building your edit multiplier is a multiplier of your look and horizontal sensitivity. If I was to turn like these all the way, like both all the way down, yeah, I move real slow. I have my builds like out. I move really slow. So just remember, it's not necessarily its own sensitivity, but it's a multiplier of the sensitivity, your look and horizontal sensitivity that you already have. Now, I do play with no boost on. I tried out boost like on 2 or 3. I didn't really like it. Like my shots, I was hitting my shots, but they were just inconsistent. I have all my boosts turned off. I have my ADS and horizontal sensitivity set to 11. I have not changed this in like 2 chapters, I'm not gonna lie. 11 is just so perfect for me, but it's not the best up close. Like if somebody was in my box, right, and I was trying to ADS like with them around, it doesn't look that bad now, but I have aim assist turned on. So my aim assist would slow it down just a little bit because it's trying to lock on. It's basically like pulling almost. So you could definitely like turn it up, but I don't recommend going past 16. Now, if you're ADS and you're tracking somebody, like if you was scoping, it's really good for like snipers, I'm telling you. And even with your AR, it's good for that too. Now, I have all of these, my ADS like boost and ramp boost time, my look dampening time, I have all this set to 0. And I do play on linear. When I play on expedition, like it feels like so sticky. Like I don't like how it makes me feel. It does make my aim feel like a little bit better, like long range. Close range aim is horrible, but long range, it makes my aim feel better. But yeah, I just prefer to play on linear. Of course, 100% aim strength. Now my look in right stick dead zone, I do have a little bit of stick drift on my right stick, so I have it set a little bit higher than my left stick. Keyboard binds isn't really important, and I did show my controller binds in the last video. So yeah, here they are again in case anybody missed them. And I do play on PS5 controller, but if you're on PC, if you turn on generic, this gives you less input delay. Like you feel like a lot smoother if you have this like. If you boys did enjoy this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to play me and Vico's map, okay? The code will be in the description. And don't forget to follow my Twitch. I'll be live over there. Make sure you stop by. But it's Winter. I'm out. Peace.